In this film, I'm going to explain what normally happens to a tissue sample when it is removed by the surgeon, because most people aren't familiar with it. And I will explain what will be done differently to any sample you might donate to the Biorepository Project if you are asked to do so. When you have an operation, the surgeon will remove a piece of tissue of the size necessary to bring about the treatment for the disease that you've had. And this will be sent to a pathologist to examine it. And the pathologist will initially look at the piece of tissue with the naked eye, and they will identify those areas which they need to subsequently look at down the microscope, and they will take pieces of tissue to be prepared for a microscope slide. At the end of this process, the larger proportion of the tissue will not have been examined down the microscope and will be disposed of. So when the surgeon first takes the tissue out of the patient, it is put in a special preservative called formaldehyde, and it remains in that preservative for a period of 2 days, up to 2 days, before it is ready to be examined by the naked eye. And so during that time we arrange for transport to the pathology department and the arrangements for the pathologists to examine it. Once the pathologist has examined the sample and selected the pieces of tissue for examination down the microscope, they will require further processing for a period of up to a further 24 hours before they will be available to be looked at down the microscope, and then the pathologist will look at them. Once the pathologist has looked at them down the microscope, he may feel he wishes to do further tests, which may require further material to be examined or further different approaches to the microscopy. If you donate a sample to the Biorepository Project, what we will do is transfer it fresh immediately to the pathology department, where a pathologist will be waiting to receive it, and we will then have it examined by that pathologist as soon as it arrives, and he will select a small sample which we can freeze and store in such a way that he can be sure that it will in no way change his ability to examine it down the microscope and give a proper, complete report to the surgeon. This will be completed in a period of less than 2 hours from the time when the sample is removed at operation, and consequently will not in any way delay the process for you as a patient. It will not delay in any way the process, the time it takes for a surgeon to receive a full report to carry on your treatment. The sample would of course otherwise have simply been destroyed in the usual way. Thank you very much.